Welcome, family and friends of Boys and Girls Club. We're so excited to see you here. This episode is going to be packed with some amazing information. Hopefully, you'll be inspired enough to share it with others. But before I go, let me leave you with this thought. Once you choose hope, anything is possible. See you later.
Hi everyone, my name is Peyton Spencer and I am 14 years old and I am a proud member of the Joe Arley Boys and Girls Club. I am so grateful for my club staff because they have given me access to a virtual club. They've set up activities for me to be able to do. This will never be able to replace the smiles and the high fives that I used to get from my club staff, but this does make me feel safe and connected. Thank you for continuing to support Boys and Girls Club of Central Florida. No matter what is happening in the world, I will always feel encouraged because you guys make sure that our blue doors stay open, physical or virtual. Have a good day.
Hey everyone, Miss Ruby here with Word of the Day. Today's word of the day is encourage. Encourage means to give hope, confidence, or support to someone, or even to yourselves. It's important for us to continue to encourage one another as we continue to achieve goals or just work through these difficult and different times. Let's encourage our healthcare workers to stay strong and healthy. And let's encourage ourselves to be our very best. I encourage you to be your very best. Let's encourage our siblings and fellow classmates to continue to do great in school, though I know online school can be tough. But let's encourage ourselves to stay positive and to do our part where we can. I encourage all of you to do something good today and have a positive attitude. All right, join me next time for Miss Ruby's Rad Word of the Day.
You think you can break me down, as if push me around, as if throw me to the ground, as if
Boys and Girls Club has helped me academically and socially. I never really had the best grades, and going there they had a lot of tutoring, and I used to not really want to do my work and I used to fail a lot, but going there and getting tutoring help I needed got me to get the A's and B's that I have now. I was shy, I'm still kind of shy, but they helped me to break out of my shell and just talk to people and be myself and just expand my own horizon. I never really wanted to make any friends before coming there. I didn't really know how, but now I do, and I want to keep being this optimistic person because I love how I'm way more happier and open about everything. If you want to be a member, I strongly encourage it because they will change your life. You'll be happier, you'll be opening yourself to new opportunities. For me, it was creativity and art, and I never thought I had those talents, but they helped me realize that I did, and I used those as my own freedom of expression. And we made a book called F is for Florida, and it is so great and it's so cool, and I like how we all got to just pitch in and make different pages and talk about how great Florida is and how beautiful it is. I want to go into college for music or nursing. After college, I want to open up my own program, like a music school for kids, so they can learn how to play music, so I can teach them and show them that they can use their creativity to express themselves like I did and like I still do, and it will help them be better people and make them feel like they have purpose in life.
Good morning and welcome to our art program for today. We are going to be making an origami heart to share the love and show you guys that we miss you and we wish you were back. But in the meantime, you can make some and get them out there and show everybody that you love them when we get back together. So I've got a couple made already. I've got two. I did a practice one just to remember how to do it. And then I have another one here that I did before. trying to practice how to do a video because this is pretty much my first one in doing a project like this. So that's what it'll come out to in the end, and I'll show you step by step as we go. So to start, all you really need is paper. You don't need any crayons or markers or anything like that. However, it does add to it. As you can see, this one is plain and this one has some decoration and things on it. So you can do it with it or without it. What I did is I started by decorating two sides of my paper. So this just has some random shapes on it and designs. And then this side I just kind of did with squiggles and different lines. Kind of show line and shape within it, things that we look at in our art programs anyway. Even for some younger members, siblings you have out there, they can just color the back and show colors as opposed to design. It doesn't have to be anything because art is art if you put that intention in it. So to start off, you want to start with a regular size piece of computer paper. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start by pulling this top corner down here. So it's going to make a triangle and you're going to have a spot at the bottom. So I'm going to fold this down and make it line up on the edge. So it'll kind of look like this, but I've got to put it down and get those lines and creases really, really straight. So let me put this down and get it. Make sure as you're doing this, your lines and your creases are even. That's going to help the origami stay together in the end when you're all done. So definitely press on those edges. Make sure they are done. So here's the one side. You fold it up. You can see there's the line and the crease in there. Okay. So the next step is you're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to open this up and then fold this top corner to meet down here in this corner. So we're going to fold that the other way. Again, make sure those lines and creases. You're going to get sick of me telling you that, but I have done it with groups of children, and when we did not get them lined up right, we did not take our time, they did not come out the way we wanted them to. We needed some glue at that point to just hold them together. They still came out. They were doable, and the thought was there, but we had to use glue in order to make it stick, and we're trying to get these done the proper origami science way from Japan. So, okay. So we have this side coming this way now. It folds down and you've got that block at the bottom. And again, the other way that we started with. So we've got the two folds there. At this point, what you're going to do is you're going to take this corner here and bring it up to this corner. We're not going to come over the triangle. We're just going to bring it right up to there. So the two lines are going to meet at the bottom of the triangle. Make sure you keep that folded and even and get that crease. Again, really, really tight. Press down on it going in. So now you have this. You've got the flap here. You've got your flap here. And then if you folded it the other way, you have it that way. So at this point, we want to open up that triangle and leave the flap in the back. You're going to flip it over because you're going to fold this top half of the paper right at that line down toward the bottom. It's going to come down. So it's folded right at the center of those triangles that you have at the top. So I'm going to put it down, make sure I line it up so it's even, and we're going to be folding it backwards right into the center of that loop. So again, here is your front flap, that little one we had at the bottom after we did our top triangles. You're going to fold that paper backwards so it comes up. So then you're going to look like this. Opposite sides, the top coming down. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to pull this up and push in and watch this. It's like magic. This is where I kept messing up the first 5 times I did it. I did not fold it backwards. I folded it forwards so it would not fold into this beautiful little flap just like this. That's where we want it to be, okay? Want it to come down and do what it needs to do in there. Let me show you that again. It comes down and it folds into that flap. So let me get those lines down tight in those folds that we have in there. Again, just tighten up those creases. Make sure they're where you want to be. So you have this fold coming up here into there. Okay, so that's the shape we have. Next step that we want to do, I'm just tightening up these creases again, making sure we're good to go. All right, so the next step that you want to do is you're here. you've got the back side where there's no folds facing out, and you have your front side where you've got these triangles down and your flap here in the bottom. Okay, so you want to take this outer triangle corner and fold it up so it touches the middle. You're going to fold that up like that. Okay, not a problem. Okay, the next one, you're going to fold this corner up into here. All right, you're going to fold that up, get that going, hold it, and tighten it up. So let me put that down and tighten those creases so we get where we want later. Big thing. So that's where we're at now. We've got two little flaps coming off the top and that coming here. So the next step, we want to fold this here into the side. We want it to come into the bottom. Make sure we don't go past that center point and fold it. Okay, then you've got this one here is folding in there. All right, and then we're going to do the same as we've done with everything. If we do it to one side, we do it to the other. So we're going to fold this one in right at the corner there, and line it up here and fold it in. I'm going to set that down and make sure that they're even. All right, so that looks pretty good. Not bad for not doing it, looking at it in the first spot, right? Not too bad at all. All right, so we've got that. So this is where we're at. We have the one side with all our folds and everything going on. You can see the design coming that's going to be showing on it. And then on this side, okay, we have the flatness. So on this, I want you to be focusing on the side that is flat. There are no folds. So you're going to take the back side with, okay, this is going to be facing you, okay, and this one is the side we're working on, all right? So we're going to fold that down into a point. This becomes the top point of our heart. So that comes down here. Fold it down as far as you can, closest to the angle. Let me see if I can get it down any further, because that's what's going to hold our bottom pieces into place, okay? So I just pulled mine down a little bit further than what you just saw it. And it looks like we got some bunny ears up here. You've got your flap folded down here. And this is what the back looks like. You've just got straight lines in the back. This is where the folds were and the points that you can't see the fold on the other side now. All right. So next, what you want to do is flip it back so you're looking at this side. And you're going to fold these corners up to the center in order to make your V shape at the bottom of your heart, right? That one comes up this way, and then this one will come up this way, okay? That'll try to get them as even as you can. I'm going to have to put it down to do that, but not too bad how it is. All right, there's the one side. Again, keep pressing those edges. I told you you'll get sick of me hearing me say that, but press those edges down really tight, and now you have the bottom half of your heart. So here is your point up here. Here is the bottom V point as you're coming in. So now, how do you get it to look like a heart? How do you get it there? Well, if you fold these back up in the side of here, you will see there is a flap on both sides. There's one there and there's one there. You're going to take this flap on this side and tuck it in between those two pieces there, like so. Okay, and then you're going to do the same thing on this side. You're going to take that corner and you're going to tuck it in between that point of the heart, and there is the bottom portion of your heart. All that's left now is you have this at the top, and it kind of looks like ears. Our hearts don't look like that. So what we want to do is we want to fold them down into an angle to give us. So we could just fold them down, but then that's just going to give us a flat line. So you don't want to do that. You want to kind of fold it on a little bit of an angle on the side like that, and then fold this one over this way on that side. Okay, and then again, you're going to use the lines inside this flap to tuck those corners in. So you're going to come in here. Let me see what I'm doing. Tuck that corner in, squeeze it, make sure you get that line really tight. And then you're going to do the same thing on this side. You're going to take and open that a little bit and tuck in the tip of that heart piece into there and up. My one came out down here, so I'll have to shove that back in. But that's it. Here is our finished product of the origami heart. So you've got just the random shape that I did came out on that because that's the way I did it. Whatever way you have up facing will be your design on the outside of the heart. So that's how we do our origami heart. We miss you all. We love you. Hope you can share the love, and be well, be safe, and we can't wait to see you again.
Welcome to Fact or Fiction.
As club experts, we're here to challenge you.
Inquiring minds want to know, how smart are our Orange TV viewers?
I don't know, Reggie, but I'm thinking they're pretty smart. Let's ask them this. Fact or fiction? You can't cry in space.
I'm going to say fiction.
Well, actually, Reggie, it's a fact. Astronauts can certainly tear up. After all, they're human. But in zero gravity, the tears themselves can't flow down in the way they do on Earth. That's a fact.
Oh my goodness. Whew. That was a tough one. I think I have one too for you. Fact or fiction? All the kings in a standard deck of cards have a mustache?
I think that's a fact. As a card player, I kind of think that's a fact.
Oh, actually, it's fiction. The King of Hearts does not have a mustache.
Thank you for that information. On my next game, I'll be sure to look at my cards. We want to thank you for tuning in to this episode of Fact or Fiction.
Definitely want you to come back and join us next time.
Hey guys, it's Miss Ellie from Tupperware Brands Branch, and today I want to teach you some American Sign Language. Let's start off with, what is American Sign Language? Well, here in America, people that are deaf or hard of hearing, they communicate with sign language. They use their body, face, and hands to express what they want to say. Now to get started, I want to teach you the alphabet. Alright, so hand up, your hand that you write with, and we're going to start with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, you just draw a J in the air, K, this one's a little bit hard for some people, so what you're going to do is give me a 5, put your thumb and middle finger together, tuck your ring and pinky finger under, K, L, M, N, O, P, P is like K, but flip it down, Q, it's like G, but flip it down, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Just draw a Z in the air with your pointer finger. Let's try that again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. One more time, and then we'll move on to the next thing. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. If you're still not getting it, don't worry. Whenever I begin a sign language video, we'll review the alphabet first and then move on to the lesson. Now today I also want to teach you some signs for members of your family. So we're going to start with mom and dad. Now, for mom, you're going to take your 5, give me 5, and put your thumb on your chin. You're going to tap it twice. That's mom. Now dad is super similar. You're going to take your 5, put your thumb on your forehead, tap it twice. dad. Mom, dad. For those of you with siblings, we're going to now learn brother and sister. So, you're going to take your hand and make 2 L's. Your hand that you write with is going to be the hand that moves, and the hand that you don't write with is going to be in front of you. So you start at your forehead, you tap it once, and you bring it down to your hand, and this is brother. Brother. For sister, you start at your chin, you tap it once, and bring it down, and this is sister. Brother, sister. Now, next we're going to learn aunt and uncle. Now, I don't know if you've noticed yet, but there's a pattern here. So, for family signs, it's usually going to be signed around your face. And anything that's from your nose down is for girls, and anything from your nose up is for boys. So, for aunt and uncle, aunt is with the A, letter A that I showed you earlier, and you're going to shake it by your chin. Aunt. Uncle is the letter U that I showed you earlier, and you're going to shake it by your forehead. Uncle. Aunt, uncle. Cousin is with a C, and it's the same sign for both, but where it is different because remember, girls, boys. So cousin by your chin is for girl cousins, and cousin by your forehead is for boy cousins. Now let's review. Mom, dad. Remember, give me 5, thumb to either chin or forehead. Mom, dad. Sister, brother. Double L's, chin or forehead. Sister, brother. Aunt, uncle. It's going to be the letter, first letter of the word, and then girls, boys. Aunt, uncle. That's all I have for you today. Miss Ellie signing off from Tupperware Brands Branch. See you next time.
Hello, my name's Kay Rawlins. I'm one of the founders of Orlando City and a proud board member of the Boys and Girls Club. Today I'm going to read a story by Shel Silverstein. It's called A Giraffe and a Half. So let's see what happens. If you had a giraffe and he stretched another half, you would have a giraffe and a half. If he put on a hat and inside lived a rat, you would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat. If you dressed him in a suit and he looked very cute, you would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat looking cute in a suit. If you glued a rose to the tip of his nose, you would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat looking cute in a suit with a rose on his nose. If a bumbly old bee stung him right on the knee, you would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat looking cute in a suit with a rose on his nose and a bee on his knee. If he put on a shoe and then stepped in some glue, you would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat looking cute in a suit with a rose on his nose and a bee on his knee and some glue on his shoe. If you gave him a flute and he played tooty toot, you would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat looking cute in a suit with a rose on his nose and a bee on his knee and some glue on his shoe playing toot on a flute. If he used a chair to comb his hair, you would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat looking cute in a suit with a rose on his nose and a bee on his knee, some glue on his shoe, playing toot on a flute with a chair in his hair. If he tripped on a snake who was eating some cake, you would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat, looking cute in a suit, with a rose on his nose and a bee on his knee, some glue on his shoe, playing toot on a flute, with a chair in his hair and a snake eating cake. If he found an old trunk and inside was a skunk, you would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat, looking cute in a suit, with a rose on his nose and a bee on his knee and some glue on his shoe, playing toot on a flute, with a chair in his hair and a snake eating cake and a skunk in a trunk. If he met a fat dragon who sat in a wagon, you would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat, looking cute in a suit, with a rose on his nose, a bee on his knee, some glue on his shoe, playing toot on a flute, with a chair in his hair, a snake eating cake, skunk in a trunk, and a dragon in a wagon. If he jumped on a bike and rode over a spike, you would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat, looking cute in a suit, with a rose on his nose, a bee on his knee, some glue on his shoe, playing toot on a flute, with a chair in his hair and a snake eating cake, and a skunk in a trunk, a dragon in a wagon, and a spike in his bike. If a blubbery whale got a hold of his tail, you would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat, looking cute in a suit, with a rose on his nose and a bee on his knee, some glue on his shoe, playing toot on a flute, with a chair in his hair, a snake eating cake, a skunk in a trunk, a dragon in a wagon, a spike in a bike, and a whale on his tail. If he fell in a hole that was dug by a mole, you would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat, looking cute in a suit, with a rose on his nose, a bee on his knee, some glue on his shoe, playing toot on a flute, with a chair in his hair, and a snake eating cake, a skunk in a trunk, a dragon in a wagon, a spike on his bike, a whale in his tail, in a hole with a mole. But if you brought him a pole to climb out of the hole, and the whale left his tail and went off for the mail, and he gave the spiked bike to a scout on a hike, and he left the fat dragon because his wagon was sagging, and he gave his chair to a tired old bear, and he traded the flute to a bird for some fruit, and he told that old snake to go jump in the lake, and a man who bought junk brought the trunk with the skunk, and he gave the rose to a girl he chose, while the bee on his knee flew away with a flea, and he put the shoe with the glue on you. And that silly old rat ran away with his hat, and he put his suit in the laundry chute, and he shrank another half. Then you would have a giraffe. The end. So lots and lots of lovely rhyming words in there. So for the rest of the day, whenever you say a word, see if you can find one that rhymes with it. Thanks for listening.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Anwar from the Boys and Girls Club Central Florida, Cocoa Branch. About to get into a little STEM activity, what I like to call a quarantivity. Some activity to do during quarantine. So check this out real quick. All right, y'all. So the activity that I have is called walking water. Basically, I'm going to put water in there, there, and there. Every other cup. And what I'm going to attempt to do is make the water from here go into this cup. Water from there going into that cup without touching the glasses. All you need is 7 clear cups or 7 glasses, some water, food coloring, and some paper towels. You think it's possible? Let's find out. Hold on. All right, so first, you're going to take the water and put it in every other glass. Don't need to fill it up. No, let me put a little bit more in these other ones. They look kind of skimpy. Don't you think? They look kind of skimpy. Hold on. Bam. Now you take your food coloring. I got yellow first. All you do is put a couple drops in there. Ba bam, ba bam, ba bam. Now I'm gonna come down here and do the same thing. Bam, ba bam, ba bam. Right on. We got blue. Blue. Just drop it in here like this. Ba bam, ba bam, ba bam. All right. I got one more color now. One more color. Red. This is my favorite color right here, so that's why I had to pick that out. Just take it. What I said. What we gonna do? Bam, ba bam, ba bam. Next, paper towels. Just take a little sliver of paper towel like this, fold it in half like that, fold it in half again. The long way now, not the short way, because at the end, that's when you're going to fold it the short way. Once you get it like that, you stick it in the glass. Bam. And we can do that for all of them. As you can see, I have taken the paper towels and put them in every glass. Every glass, except the ones on the ends, will have 2 in there. So now we'll just leave it for a second. Not for a second, maybe a couple of minutes. And we'll see what happens. All right? We'll be right back.
Three hours later.
So, yep, it's time to check out the results of what went on with these glasses. As you can see, the yellow and the blue walked over to that middle glass. That was empty. Remember, that one was empty. That was green. This one was empty. The blue and the red walked over. Got a little purple twins to it, you can see. And then the red and the yellow mixed into that and got orange. That right there is what you call walking water.
Bienvenidos todos, soy Miss Ruby con el frase del día. El frase de hoy es ánimo. Ánimo significa tener fuerza o energía para hacer, aprender o resolver algo. Deberemos de tener ánimo en todo lo que hacemos. Deberemos de tener ánimo en nuestros estudios, trabajo y deberemos mantenernos positivos. Sigamos teniendo ánimo durante estos tiempos difíciles. Denle ánimo a sus familias y compañeros para que ellos tengan ánimo de hacer sus quehaceres. Recuerden que todos ustedes son superhéroes y lo pueden con todo. Los quiero mucho y acompáñenme para el próximo frase del día. ¡Adiós!
Hi, I'm Miss Connie from the Tupperware's branch Kissimmee Boys and Girls Club. I'm here because today we're going to do an activity that I don't think you even know you could do. So let's start. We're going to do a 1 and a 6. And maybe we're going to round this off. Now, with that being said, can anybody guess what we could do from that? I'm going to give you a hint. It's going to be an animal. Okay? Anybody can guess? Okay, that's good enough. So we're going to start. Now, please pay attention because this is really hard, okay? Now, we're going to connect this all the way to the 6. Then here, we're going to do this and connect it there. Anybody guessing yet? No? Okay, so here, we're just going to round it off and close the circle. Anybody thinking you might have some ideas, but maybe yes, maybe no. And it's not perfect, as you can see. We're not perfect. Art is not perfect. So here we're going to do some, you might be guessing now. Okay, so we'll do some ears. Then we're going to do some eyes. Okay, and then we're going to do some hair here standing on the neck. And a little bit here. Let's give them a little, I don't know, little hairs there. And just like we're feeling, and this virus is having us all crazy, that's how we feel right now. all discombobulated and funny and with our tongues outside, hanging out because it's having us crazy inside the house. Well, at least you have this. I guess you never thought you could do a donkey out of a number 16. And the finished product is this. Okay, so with that being said, those who know me know that I don't like white. Okay, so you need to color that. You're gonna do whatever you want. It doesn't have to be like this, but use your imagination. You have a donkey. You want to put him into space? Go right ahead. You want to put him in the park? You want to put him in the beach? Wherever you want. Just think. If not, look outside the window. Or imagine you're at the beach. Imagine you're in space. Imagine you're, I don't know, you want to put him driving in a car? Go right ahead. I challenge you. And then please send me these photos because I want to see what you created. Okay? So till next, have a nice time. Bye.
Hi everyone, this is Mr. Reggie from the Youth Boys and Girls Club, and I'm doing a dance tutorial for you today. I'm going to show you 4 simple moves that can definitely be added to anything to spice up or to, make your dance more exciting. First move today we're going to learn is a chest pop. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see a pop, pop, pop. That's your chest. Again, it's going to be a pop, pop, pop. Here we go. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, okay, feel the beat. Here we go. And pop, 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 pop. The second move is going to be a sprinter, but it's kind of like you're sprinting, but you're moving everything but your feet. So your hand's gonna chop, 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 chop. Let's try those moves with some music. And don't forget to stay hydrated while you're dancing or being active. We're gonna do 4 pops and 4 sprints. Okay? And you can add on your own spice to it. Here we go. Hey, pop, pop, pop. Pop and sprint, 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 hey. Everybody loved it, okay? So the next one is going to use some footwork. So your feet are you're going to do a cross and a step with your body, okay? So you're going to cross, step, and step. Going to cross, pause, and step. So it's okay? So when you do that, your body's gonna come down. When you step, after step, your body's gonna come down, back up, and you're gonna step to the side again. Cross the body, bring your body down, and back up like that. So it's step, step. Got it? Awesome job. You guys are staying with me, and I love it. So talented. I see you out there in the back. All right, so the last move. This one your parents should know. This is going to be an oldie for you, but a goodie. So we're going to bring our hands up. Take them to look one direction, take your hands to the opposite side. Take your leg of your face direction, turn it, and slide that direction. Again, hands up, away from your face, take your leg and slide that direction. So it's a up, slide, up, and slide. Awesome. And with this, you can add anything. And step, hop, step, hop, step, hop, and hop. Add it. Make it your own, come on. And whoa. Awesome job so far, here we go. Awesome job. Thank you for staying with me. So, we've reached the end, but not before we actually jam out. So, don't forget this again, stay hydrated. Drink water. Drink anything with electrolytes. And now, let's put it all together. That was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you learned something new. If not, share it with your friends. These moves can be added to any dance, even your TikToks. So, till next time, keep it moving and have fun. Bye!
Hi boys and girls, today we're gonna make a healthy snack. For this healthy snack, you'll need bananas, Nutella, peanut butter, and flour tortillas. We're gonna make banana sushi. It's not really sushi, but it looks kind of like sushi when we're done. So the first thing you'll do is you'll get your tortilla. On your tortilla, you'll put peanut butter. Spread it good. We'll also put some Nutella. This is a good healthy snack. It's full with protein. Okay, and the last thing we'll add is our banana. Now you'll need an adult to help you cut this. But everything else you can do on your own. And we're gonna roll it up like so. Then once it's all rolled, we're gonna cut it up. Find you an adult to help you cut it. See how it looks kind of like sushi? I just like to add a little strawberries. And there you go, you have your healthy snack.
Hey Jayla.
Hi.
You ready to pay 20 questions?
Of course.
All right. What's your favorite birthday dinner?
Seafood boil, all the way.
Do you have a favorite beverage?
I would definitely say a pineapple Fanta. Would you look at that? Sponsor me. I drink these like water.
What song are you really loving right now?
Definitely Bad Mama Jamma by Carlton.
Could you maybe sing some of it?
She's a bad mama jamma, just as fine as she can be.
She's a bad mama jamma, just as fine as she can be.
Do you have a best friend at the club?
No,
You don't?
not at all.
The level of betrayal.
I was kidding.
Oh,
This is my best friend in all honesty. This is my best friend Ayana.
Hi, Ayana. Hi. What's a word or a phrase that you guys say together?
Period.
What's your favorite hobby?
Thrifting. I love fashion and I love upcycling. It's very sustainable. What's that? You wanna go? Let's go. This is Ayana. This is what she looks like. And this is me. Look.
What's your favorite motto or saying?
I am enough.
If you could change one thing about the world, what would it be?
How much intolerance and ignorance there is within it.
All right, and finally, why should you be Youth of the Year?
I have always been about inclusivity and equality, and I feel like space needs to be made for those things on a wide scale. And I want to be representative of that because our generation youth are just so beautiful and creative.
Hi, thanks for tuning into this episode. We're glad you could join us. The fun doesn't end here though. Visit our cyber clubhouse at bgccf.org. Boys and Girls Club, family and friends, have an amazing day. And remember, once you choose hope, anything is possible.